In this video, we're going to talk about the Oasis Network, which is an incredible EVM, Ethereum virtual machine.
Nothing else on this channel is financial advice.
So let's get into it, guys. So jumping over to the Oasis Network, guys, which is linked down below in the description, so make sure you go and check it out after this video. What is the Oasis Network? Well, it provides an additional level of security as well as privacy for Web3 projects that are built on Ethereum. So why is that important? Well, if you think about Ethereum being like a one-size-fits-all development blockchain, and this is something that adds to it in order to be able to make developers have an easier life building dApps, etc. So the Oasis technology offers three main areas of improvement, being scalability, where the Oasis Network's layered modular architecture provides scalability, customizability, and flexibility. This enables someone to have a lot more freedom to create things that they want and is therefore much easier for the developer to use. Also, we've got privacy first. The Oasis privacy layer, powered by confidential Paratimes, enables developers to easily utilize confidentiality in their dApps, priming blockchain privacy for mass adoption. And versatility. The Oasis Paratimer layer supports a wide spectrum of compute environments, allowing the Oasis network to seamlessly incorporate new technologies, developments, and support new use cases as the blockchain industry evolves. So obviously, crypto is still very new, it's in its infancy, and if you know about technology, then you'll understand that every year things are gaining more and more momentum, and that means that it's essential that things are future-proofed, okay? So that when the technology around it is developed, then the program itself will develop to keep up with that technology growth. Sapphire provides developers with the unique capability to build EVM-based dApps with on-chain confidentiality. So in this sense, you can either have it more confidential or 100% public for this to then be able to kind of reach the needs of the required project. And then you've got Emerald, which offers full EVM compatibility, scalability, low gas fees, and cross-chain interoperability. So low gas fees, obviously essential. We've seen Ethereum in the past. Before the development of Ethereum 2.0, typically in the past, we saw Ethereum having extremely high gas fees. It's like an exchange fee or something like that. So in the past, I remember buying NFTs on the Ethereum network, which may have been $400 or $500 in value, but because the gas fees at the time were so high, it may have even cost me $250 or $300 extra for gas fees, which is obviously insane. So being able to keep gas fees low is an essential thing that Oasis Network, an essential thing that the Emerald offers in terms of the EVM. Now, also you've got things like cross-chain interoperability. So that means being able to trade tokens across from an Ethereum network, perhaps to Solana, to Binance, through a variety of different ways. And this therefore makes projects much more flexible and easier to use. And then guys, you got Cypher, which is a web assembly based on privacy-enabled Paratime. Cypher and the Oasis Contract SDK developers can use Rust to build the next generation of confidential dApps. Okay, lots of technical language in there. You don't necessarily need to understand it unless you're really technical. If you are really technical, then I'd recommend just coming over and taking a look into this. You can get into the white paper and really understand and dig into the details. But in terms of what we're looking at as potential investors, then we don't necessarily need to understand exactly the technical language of what it is. We just need to understand the potential use case of a project like this and whether or not we can think it being valuable. Now, jumping over to the ecosystem, we can see that this is already an established EVM with tons of different projects or dApps being built onto this already. Your Ledger here, Molded Chain, Uniswap, and many others. Because of the flexibility, it allows for lots of different types of programs to be built with various different requirements. They've also got wallets here. You can begin your Web3 journey with a wallet that suits you. So you can add the Oasis network to MetaMask, either with the Emerald or the Sapphire. There's also an Oasis web wallet available and an Oasis wallet extension, which you can put through a Google Chrome, much like with the MetaMask wallet. And what else is great is they're very supportive of new developers. An Oasis grant program, the Oasis Bloom program, helps developers kickstart their project, and you can apply for that now. And basically what they will do is support new developers through the creation of new dApps. In terms of the ecosystem funding, there's currently $235 million in the Oasis ecosystem fund, and that's dedicated to helping the founders build the future of Web3 on Oasis, supported by industry leaders. Now, the Oasis network is definitely on my watch list because it's creating a lot of things geared towards Web3. Obviously, at the moment, we're seeing Web3 kind of slowly getting started. A lot of people not really understanding what Web3 is or whether it has a requirement. But I would bring you back to the beginning of like Web 2. That was like Facebook, Google, and things like that, where many people thought, what's the point in having companies like this, only to be shown a few years later when those companies rose into billion-dollar monsters. So the main thing for me about the Oasis Network is its future-proofing, its support of developers with a development fund, and loads of other things like reducing gas fees, increasing scalability, and so much more. They've also got a really strong community building around Oasis, and you can join that by coming across to this page where you can find all sorts of different links, but let's click on their Twitter and you can come across to the Oasis Foundation, currently 230,000 followers, obviously a well-established project. A better internet for all. The Oasis provides a privacy layer for Web3, add privacy to Ethereum dApps with the Oasis privacy layer. Now, another thing that's reminding me of is Web3. Obviously, with the development of the internet, we also have the development of scammers, hackers, etc., which is obviously problematic. So anyone who's going to make the Web3 experience safer, more enjoyable for everyone to use is definitely working towards something that is worthwhile for all. Now, I just want to jump on to primexbt. Obviously, we've got crypto markets pretty low down at the moment. We're going to potentially move into a bull market, in my opinion only. Obviously, do your own research. In the earlier part of 2023. What that means for us is we potentially have an amazing opportunity to make some fantastic gains. But I understand that most people don't know much about trading or understanding how to read charts. And this is where the power of copy trading can be utilized. That means I can copy someone's trades in order to make amazing profits without having to do any of the study of the charts or anything like that myself. So I'm jumping over to primexbt. You just need to click up here on register. Okay guys, so what I've got here, primexbt, we're just going to go across and look at the copy trading feature. See that I got 244 US dollar tether tokens that we want to follow someone with. Now we can see under each of these names we have the different cryptocurrency. So for example, because I've got USDT, I can only invest in all of the green ones. If I had Bitcoin, only the yellow ones, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to sort by the percentage gains, okay? And what we're going to see as well, and what we want to pay attention to, is this performance blue thing here. And the reason for that, guys, you can see kind of like the trajectory of where the earnings have come from. So for example, if we were to go down to like this one here, we can see a nice steady slow income or increase in gains over 204 days. That's really good to see, 360%. But we come down below and we've got other ones that have seen things like this, where we've seen a massive, just single trade, bang up and happy days. But various other ones where we've been really erratic, like high up, high down. This shows perhaps slightly less steady trading, a bit more risk involved. So what we're really looking for is kind of one of those steady gainers, but then we're looking for a higher percentage and over a longer period of time. You can see the active days in play here. Now, one that's got my attention is this tasty here, because it's 2,383% in just 37 days, which is insane. The performance has been slowly creeping towards the upside. So let's click on follow. Now you can see that after fees and things, the max I can put in is $241. The minimum amount will be 50 USDT. What we're then going to do is confirm that we have read and understand the terms and conditions. One thing I will point out is even though those are incredible gains, we can always see potential losses. And in the shorter term, we might see up and down motion. But if the general consensus is up, then we're going to be good to go. We're then going to click on follow. And you can see that we are now currently ready to go. In the past, we were following global trends, and in fact, we made 3% between the dates of the 25th of November and the 8th of January. Now, during that time, we've seen the FTX meltdown, and we've seen crypto go towards the downside. So actually, seeing 3% gains in Bitcoin is pretty good. If we look at Tasty right now, at the moment, we don't have any trades good to go because we're waiting for them to place trades, and you can see currently status is activating. But if you subscribe, guys, I'll show you in the next video exactly how we've been getting on with this trading bot. If you're interested in getting involved in copy trading, head to the link down below in the description. It will bring you across to this page and you'll be able to get started straight away with copy trading. You can see that it's now already active and waiting to place trades as and when the trader Tasty starts to do so. Don't miss out on any of those gains, guys. Get across ASAP. So in summary, the Oasis Network is an EVM focusing on scalability, Web3, privacy and security, and so much more. They've got an incredible community and they are doing great work to support developers building on the Oasis Network. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Everything I've talked about today is linked down below in the description. As well as that, make sure you're subscribed so you can catch up in the next video with how those trades have been getting on over on primexbt. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.